My name is Shujaa Graham. I'm a former death row survivor, also a part of a group called Murder Victim Family Members. This Journey of Hope, because I'm a murder victim family member as well. I spent over 12 years of my life in prison, 3 of them on death row in San Quentin, and I was sentenced to die at San Quentin when they had the gas chamber. And I'm here today as a part of a group called the Witness to Innocence. And if it wasn't for wonderful people that involved themselves, I'm here today not because of the system, and I'd like to use that word, but in spite of the system. I've been out. I'm just not thankful for being out, but I'm just thankful for being out so that I can struggle for social justice for other people and make sure that others don't have to experience what I've had to experience to learn as a young black man growing up in America in the 60s and the 50s, and growing up and how you challenge that anger you grew up under segregation. It wasn't like your parents were telling you you should stand up against this. You had to find out for yourself. When we was coming up in Louisiana, our parents, do this, everything will be all right. Don't challenge the status quo, and you will be okay. And a lot of us grew up with that colonial mentality. And as I went to California, I evolved, and the civil rights movement evolved me as a human being, and the Black Panther Party evolved me. And when I went to prison, I evolved further as a person, and that's what I really regained my humanity and denounced my gangster activity as a human being and became a political person. And to make a long story short, I ended up getting convicted and sentenced to die, and I spent the next 3.5 years at San Quentin waiting for the courts to determine my guilt or innocence, whether my trial was fair or just. And I was one of the fortunate human beings that was on death row. After 3.5 years, the court decided that there was some misconduct in my trial, and I was granted a new trial, and my third trial ended in a hung jury. And when the courts, I heard when I was on death row, it was like an answer to a prayer, like you pray spiritually or whatever. And you just think about things, and then all of a sudden it comes true, and you say it's almost like an answer to a prayer. Like a lot of us say, we're not religious, but something happened to us. Say, oh my God, or Jesus, or whatever, help me. So it was just that thing, and I said, oh, I'm going home.